What caused the rise of slums in Industrial Revolution Europe? Imagine a time when cities suddenly grew overnight, bursting at the seams with new workers. That's what happened during the Industrial Revolution in Europe. As factories multiplied, so did the number of people moving from the countryside to cities. They hoped for better jobs but found cities unprepared for this rush. Towns and cities expanded quickly without proper planning, leading to overcrowded neighborhoods. Many homes were built hastily, often with cheap materials, and lacked basic services like clean water and sanitation. Streets became narrow and dirty, making disease outbreaks like cholera and typhus common. The main cause was the large migration from rural areas. As farming became more mechanized, fewer farmers were needed, so many left their villages. They headed to cities in search of work, but the infrastructure couldn't keep up. Housing was in short supply, so people squeezed into tiny makeshift dwellings called slums. These areas had little ventilation, poor drainage, and no proper waste removal, making life unhealthy and dangerous. Economic struggles also played a big role. Factory workers earned very low wages and worked long hours, so they couldn't afford better housing. Poverty kept many in the worst parts of the city, where rent was cheapest. The social fabric changed too. Families were often separated, and women and children worked in factories under harsh conditions, adding to their hardships. Governments at the time didn't step in much to fix these problems. Many local authorities ignored the worsening conditions or avoided spending money on urban improvements. They sometimes even resisted reforms because they relied on the slum populations for votes or feared the costs of cleaning up the city. Environmental issues worsened the situation. Overcrowding and poor sanitation caused pollution and disease. Outbreaks spread quickly, making life in the slums even more dangerous. Social tensions grew as the rich and poor lived so close but in starkly different worlds. This inequality sometimes led to protests and calls for reforms. All these factors combined to create the slums of the 19th century. Rapid economic change, demographic shifts, lack of planning, poverty, and political neglect all contributed. These conditions reflected the challenge of adapting traditional European societies to the new demands of industrial capitalism and fast urban growth.